KZ Guy 2 here, No Nonsense Know-How. Real quick, how to replace the rear shocks on this 2011 Mazda 5. This is an ultra easy job and you probably don't even need a video, so I'll make it real quick for you. Get yourself some new shocks. It's a good idea to get new mounts as well, and if your rubber bump stop is destroyed or anything, replace that at the same time. I'll try and find a link and put all that stuff down below in the description for you. So get the car jacked up, whichever method that you prefer. Remove your 5 21mm lug nuts, pop the wheel off of there. Now take some rust penetrant, spray these 2 top bolts, and come down here, spray this bolt nice and good too, get in the backside where those threads are as well. If you're using power tools, of course this job's much easier, so zip off these 2 12mm top nuts. Then you can slide this down, then off the studs. Now come on the backside and zip off this 17mm. If that slides right out of there like that, then you're great. Now sometimes this bolt doesn't just slide right out because it gets rusted inside this collar. If that happens, you're gonna have to look up another video on how to heat that up, cut this apart, and burn that out of there. So now lift your strut back up, compress it a little bit, slide it out of the car. After showing the customer his old strut mounts and how corroded they are, he opted to get some new ones. So this is what they're gonna look like. I like to take a light coating of grease, put that on top. So to replace them, you're gonna zip this 13mm nut off. If you're using hand tools, you're gonna have to hold this with a pair of vice grips and use a wrench. Air tools, much easier. And slide that whole assembly off and discard your old shock. Now this piece right here, you can wiggle out or get a screwdriver up in here to loosen it up. Might have some corrosion, but you know, pop that out of there. And of course, slide it into your new one, wedge it in there nice and good. And again, if these rubber bumps here are messed up, definitely want to replace those at the same time. Then take this assembly and slide it over your new shock. Install the new locking nut that it comes with, zip that down. Good and tight. Now slide her back into the car and tighten down your lower bolt first. Then depending on what kind of shocks you use, you might have to push up real hard like this to get the threads exposed and start those nuts. Or of course you can just come underneath with a jack up this lower control arm so you can get those, on there with enough room to start the nuts. Zip those nuts down, put your wheel back on, torque it down, make sure everything else is torqued down, good to go. It's gonna be the exact same thing for the other side. Let me know if I missed anything. I'm gonna leave you hanging here. I'm sure you can figure the rest out. So, till next time, this is KZ Guy 2, No Nonsense Know-How. Consider tossing me a subscribe and a thumbs up on the video. Definitely appreciate that, and I'll see you next time.